Phuket is among the most popular holiday regions in the world. The largest island of Thailand, where my relatives have been living for almost 40 years, not only offers numerous wonderful beaches with lots of variety, from family beaches with shallow waters to party beaches, but the island also offers cultural highlights, great food, trips to the other islands of the Andaman Sea, and endless shopping for every budget. After the crisis, Phuket is more popular than ever, and the many hotels, hostels and world-class luxury resorts were occupied at an incredible 80% in spring 2023. Accordingly, the island is well connected and planes from all over the world land again almost every minute. In the COVID crisis, however, it was incredibly quiet, and like in a time machine, you were transported back to the beginnings of tourism with empty beaches, recovered nature, and yet with the perfect infrastructure of a major holiday destination. In 2021, I released my big beach reports about Phuket, where all accessible beaches are portrayed in detail in the most comprehensive Phuket beach reports on YouTube. But how is it now after the crisis? Time to revisit most of the beaches and to directly compare the pictures from the height of the crisis and today in flights and walks along the beaches. Enjoy dreaming yourselves away to the beach or planning your next Thailand vacation. And we're starting quite unspectacularly at the little-known double bay Ao Yon in the south of Phuket. The two beaches of the bay are among the few places where it's just as quiet as during the crisis, and neighboring the highly exclusive V Villas, there's a new and quite pretty hotel now where there was a construction site 2 years ago. The Panwa Buri Hotel, a bit off the beaten track but still affordable. We're continuing to the other beaches in the south of the island, first to Rawai Beach, which is not suitable for swimming, but for eating with a sea view and for renting a boat to one of the close-by islands. The boatmen are busy again, so be prepared to be tough when negotiating the price. And we're continuing to Harn Beach in the COVID year of 2021.
Only a few minutes by car from Laem or Tape Cape, you find this beautiful beach over here. That's Harn Beach. And as you can see right now, it's not really empty, but there's quite a number of tourists over here.
But not too many. The beach was still almost empty, and the hillside in the hinterland was being prepared for a new hotel, which now seems to be finished. On a small detour, we're stopping by the former insider tip of the 90s, Ao San. The beach is now the opposite of an insider tip, just like Banana Beach, overcrowded and no longer worth the detour. With a high hotel occupancy, it is of course difficult with insider tips, and also the parking lot for the rather remote Nui Beach, where I was completely alone for 2 hours for my beach report 2021, was more than overcrowded, so we're going straight to the beautifully curved bay of Kata.
With crystal clear water, we are at Kata Beach, the larger of the two Kata beaches, and it's pretty popular because it's a very beautiful beach, like half round shaped and with very, very nice sand, almost white sand, and good hotels in the back of the beach. But also today there's more people actually than in Patong or in Kata or in Karon, but also here maybe there's altogether 20 people on this still more than a kilometer long beach.
The two bays of Kata and Kata have a large number of hotels which are now all full again, and that makes the beaches really busy. The big party life of Patong Beach does not take place here though. Kata is a beautiful and special bay even now and big enough for high season. But those who really look for peace and quiet will not longer find their luck here. And on we go to Karon Beach. Two-miles long Karon Beach was also just pure nature during the crisis. None of the many hotels had more than a handful of guests, and at night the pitch-black empty streets were almost spooky. Hardly any of the countless restaurants and street bars were open. Today, finding something to eat is no longer a problem. However, on this long and wide beach, sunbathers can spread out quite well even with fully booked hotels, and especially towards the northern end, there's a pretty decent amount of space for everyone. And now let's go to the island's party location, Patong Beach. But first let's nature speak one last time. After 2 years of silence, the hustle and bustle of the party mile Patong is back. Here you can go parasailing and jet skiing every minute. The large shopping centers, junk salon and central are open again, and it's hard to believe that Patong was deserted during the crisis and completely dark at night. Today the streets are busy again until early morning hours. By the way, when it comes to shopping, Thailand is not only known for having cheap suit or shirt tailors. I think it's much more interesting to buy gold here. Thais love gold as an investment on their neck and fingers, and therefore there's a gold shop on every corner, and you'll see the prices like at gas stations on every street corner too. Thai gold jewelry has about the highest purity in the world, and the value is more predictable than gold jewelry at home, since the weight counts more than the jeweler's work. If you know a good goldsmith, buying gold can be really worthwhile, and thanks to my relatives I found a small but really good gold shop with an owner who is not only very good at forging gold but also does not shy away from other than Thai designs, and that at really fair prices. So that's a place I will definitely visit again, and here's a real and worthwhile recommendation apart from food and tailors. We're continuing to Kamala Beach, which was somewhat infamous in 2021 because after Thailand had been almost spared until then, the really big COVID wave started here in the beach club Café del Mar. Today all that is forgotten, and the beach club is not only open again, but it's bursting at the seams with loud music and full of visitors. If you don't necessarily have to be part of a parasol colony, there's still plenty of nice free spots to lie down and swim away from the hustle and bustle of the crowds. A little paradise feeling has returned at Laem Singh Beach on the way to Surin Beach. Laem Singh can currently only be reached by boat from Surin Beach, and renting such a boat might be not a bad idea because the actually very beautiful Surin Beach first became a party beach, then the party was banned by the military, and now the tourists are unfortunately piling up under the palm trees, too many for such a small beach. Of course, that's only compared to other beaches in the area. Surin still cannot keep up with the 10 to 30 umbrella rows on Italian and Spanish beaches, and right next door on the private Pansy Beach, you shouldn't notice that at all. With prices from $1,000 to $15,000 per night, peace and quiet is included. And with that information, we're continuing to Bang Tao Beach. Even the highest of high seasons will not be able to fill this endlessly long beach, and while it can get busy around the village of Bang Tao, it's definitely worth a long walk or taxi ride to the beautiful and little visited northern end, which is called LaiYan. By the way, in the hinterland of Bang Tao Beach, there's still this unimposing but great restaurant named Ran Tung Talang Chanasuk, or in short Ran Tung Talang, with fantastic food at downright embarrassing low prices. Don't be put off that the menu is only in Thai. Everything is so tasty here. Bang Tao is where the fancier part of the island begins, and Thon Beach fits in this picture because here's finally a great beach that is not huge and yet not overcrowded. Only 2 larger hotels are here, and then there's a luxurious villa complex. There's not a lot of partying going on and also not much of street noise. Instead, there's peace and lots of space. And on we're driving to the last beach before the airport, LaiYan Beach. A very long and beautiful beach with casuarina trees and shallow waters, perfect for families with kids. There's plenty of space for everyone here, little nightlife and plenty of restaurants where you can eat with your feet in the sand. In the high season, however, your feet are not alone in the sand anymore. Now comes the airport, and with that we're getting close to the end of our tour. Khao Beach in the north of the airport. Phuket's longest beach is unfortunately not suitable for swimming as it's beautiful but also has very dangerous currents. But the 5-star resorts all have pools by the beach, and the beach is ideal for long walks. Really great, at least for crazy Af-geek people like me, is the airport beach. I don't mind the extra walk that it takes to get here. Now, has Phuket changed after the crisis? Tourism had collapsed completely during the crisis. Instead of millions, only a few thousand tourists were visiting, and that's for the whole country and the whole year. The crisis destroyed countless livelihoods, and on beaches like Patong Beach, I was sometimes the only visitor. Currently, Phuket is again a touristic hotspot. The hotels were almost fully booked in the first post-crisis high season, and the war in Ukraine has also contributed to that because Thailand is one of the few countries that welcome Russian citizens, and therefore a large number of Russian tourists but also non-returnees concentrate on Phuket. China has also reopened its borders, and India is also focusing more on Thailand now, so from everywhere people are pouring again into the kingdom. Accordingly, the prices skyrocketed, but looking a little ahead to off-season prices, you can already see that the situation is getting better again. There are still nice and quiet corners on the island, although not completely lonely, and the hinterland of the neighboring Phang Nga province and the whole country still offer very beautiful original corners to be discovered. So the 2 words advertising slogan of the Thai Tourism Authority is still valid: Amazing Thailand.